Hey y'all, I hope you're having an amazing day so far. I'm Space Cowgirl, and today I wanted to share a bit about my virtual photography process in Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing this game since launch and have racked up over 1800 hours. Yeah, it's a little insane. I'm a little insane, but I'm obsessed. I've also been modding it since it dropped on PC, and thanks to that, I've been able to capture shots like this, and this. So whether you're just getting into virtual photography or maybe you've been at it for a while, I hope this video gives you some insight or inspiration for your own work. So yeah. So anyway, let's get started. And I will preface this, I use a number of tools which I will link in the bio. I use a free camera mod, and I use Reshade as well. They're not necessary to take pictures in this game. The game has its own photo mode, however, I think it enhances the pictures quite a bit. But that's completely up to you. If you don't feel like spending money on a free cam mod, totally understandable. There are mods that enhance the photo mode that's already there, so I'll try to find a link to that as well. I used it for a long time. Hopefully it's updated. It still works. But yeah, you can look for that in the description. So anyway, I have already kind of picked out my outfit for my character and my horse and the horse's tack. This horse is actually by a good mutual of mine, Melanie Brandt. She makes a lot of amazing horses. I will link her stuff here somewhere and in the description. So look forward to these horses soon on Nexus. This is going to be the horse I'm using today. So I usually don't have a plan going into these photos most of the time, but today I kind of want to go for like an English style photo shoot where she's, she looks a bit more like an English writer, and she's got her little Pinto Arabian, so I think that's kind of a cute little moment to have here. So I usually like to walk around a little bit and like feel out what I want to do, on the horse. Like sometimes I'll get some horse pictures, sometimes I will get pictures of the rider on the ground, or like do like action shots or whatever it is. But usually, oh, her eyes are closed, that's not gonna work. I usually like to do warm-up shots too, so I'll ride around until, I see something that I like. It all depends on your style, what vibe you're going for, so there's no rules to this. Just do whatever you want. That's my advice for the day. So this is kind of cute, but I don't know, she looks a little high right there, so I think I'm going to do something else. I do have a slow motion mod on here, like an ASI mod. I like using that, or you could slow time down with Rampage too. But I just use this ASI mod. So yeah, I am going to try to find a decent picture here. My game's stuttering a little bit. Unfortunately, this game stutters a bit. I have a pretty high-end PC, and so it gets stuttering sometimes. I'm sure there's ways to minimize it. It's kind of cute, but I don't really like the legs, her legs in the shot. I definitely like taking pictures of horses and capturing a lot of movement, like trotting or cantering. Now this has potential. I really like the pose on this right here, on this horse, and I like her face too. She's smiling, so she looks cute. And I like the sign in the background. So I'm gonna do something like this. I think I usually set up my shot first, the angle that I want it at. I'm gonna get kind of low here. I want to be like this, I think. Yes, maybe something like that. I like that. So now I'm ready to activate my reshade. My reshade's a little messy at the moment, but you're welcome to look at it and copy some of these settings. I will say, not all of these options will be available to you. Everything that is checked right now, everything that's checked is available on the base reshade. However, I do have shaders in here that I pay for. I haven't uploaded my preset to Nexus yet, but I plan on doing so, so hopefully look forward to that. So I'm going to activate my shaders now and see what it looks like. And we'll fix some stuff if we need to. So I have it hotkeyed to toggle on my effects. So this is what it's going to look like when my effects are all on. It looks pretty good, but I think I need to adjust a few things here. I think the depth of field might need to be adjusted, which is this DOF. I don't have autofocus on, but you can use autofocus. It works pretty well, but I don't have it on. And this adjusts, you know, if it's in or out of range, focus range. So I'm gonna do something like that. And you can copy these settings as well. Reshade defaults it to certain settings. So if you see something that you like, you can copy it. And the near blur curve, where you see how this is all blurred out right here, comes from the cinematic DOF. When it's turned off, as you can see, it's like not blurred at the near the camera. When I turn it on, it's blurred here. I'm actually gonna bring this down a little bit. And if you want this effect, you can use this for your far blur curve, or far blur, I guess. But I think DOF looks better, and there's less artifacts too. So from here, it looks pretty good. There's only one thing I need to do, and that's turn on long exposure. Long exposure is great for fixing these pesky artifacts around the hairs, these jagged lines. It works wonders. I do have it hotkeyed here. It's called realistic long exposure. It doesn't do anything when you click on it. You have to activate it. And I have it hotkeyed to numpad 4. So when I activate it, and you might only be able to see something like this in full screen, but it makes a huge difference for me, especially when you do close-ups on like hair. It makes a huge difference. So when I activate it, it kind of freezes everything a little bit around like the hairlines and stuff. And when I deactivate it, it kind of like, you can see it moving here. Like right here, you can see it like jittering around. And I activate it again, it stops the jittering and it kind of like smooths everything, which I think is super helpful. So that's awesome. Highly recommend it. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done for sure. So I think it's good for a screenshot now. So I'm gonna press my screenshot key. And there we go. Now we have our first screenshot. And this is what the before and afters look like. It's a pretty big difference. So, yes. So now I can move on to the next photo. I'm thinking of doing a vertical photo so I can show you how I do vertical photos like this. And again, I'm just doing something simple today. And I might do a portrait after this. Maybe I can do one of the horse stopped or something. My horse won't stop moving. I like this pose. Even though the tail is kind of clipping, it looks okay from this direction. No, it's gone. Moment's gone. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, I fucked this shit up. Like maybe if I just unpause it, it'll get better. And then I ruin it. Now my horse is shitting. I used to play this game a lot and just like play the story and like discover new things and kind of take pictures while I was playing the story. But I have 1800 hours in this game, like I said. So now I just spend a lot of time taking pictures and like thinking of new ideas for pictures because it's fun. Maybe I can do a jumping photo. I just bonded with this horse. Beautiful. No, I don't want to do like a jumping photo at the canter. I need to be at the trot, I think, to get the jump animation that I want. Yeah, like something like that. Maybe not. I don't really care for the lighting. This is kind of an interesting angle. No, I don't like it. I don't like it, y'all. I really try to work with the natural light, so I usually set everything like in the morning or in the evening. And I think I use flare too, which I can link in the description. And I do like this pose a lot, even though she looks like kind of high still. we're gonna ignore that and we're gonna take a vertical photo. And I'm gonna show you how to take vertical photos super easy. Don't even have to crank your neck, so don't even worry about turning your heads. But the screen is about to go the other way, just FYI. So I'm gonna set it up, so I'm gonna start turning my screen vertical. And I'm sure you're like, oh shit, this made me nauseous. How do you take photos like this? We're not gonna take the photo like this. We're gonna fix the DOF really quick. I'm just gonna line it up. And then we're going to click on this vertical previewer. Ta-da! Look at that, magic. And you can hotkey it too. So every time you press, like mine is numpad 5, I can see what the photo looks like. And I can fix it from here too. So I can zoom in if I need to. So that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. So from here, I'm going to deactivate the DOF. Not deactivate the DOF. Deactivate the vertical previewer. Y'all, I'm tired. I just got back from work. It's been a long day. And then I can activate the long exposure after this to get rid of like the jaggedness around the mane or the tail or the hair. And then I can take a screenshot. Yeah, and you don't even need to worry about hurting your head. No more neck pain ever again. The fox. Okay, and then maybe let's do a portrait now of just my girl. Oh my goodness! I think I just ran over a little animal. That's so unfortunate. Maybe we'll have this as the backdrop. Might actually hijack this ped. So we're gonna do a couple things here. I'm going to go into spawner, I'm gonna go into objects, I'm gonna go into creator cam. I'm going to select the horsey and I'm going to add it to the database. Great, so now the horse is in the database. There's 2 of these horses in the database. Okay, so this is important because I can position it now any way I want it, so I can move it back and forth. I can move it up and down. All that fun stuff. But for right now, we're going to come back to that, and I'm going to pay attention to my girly girl here. And I might take off her hat. So we can see her face better. Oh my god, y'all, I'm so dumb. There we go. She's beautiful. Okay. So now, let's find a pose. So I like to do ones from multiplayer online mode, which you can find in animations. There's actually, Rampage doesn't come with the dictionary list already loaded in here. You have to download the animations and put them into the Rampage files in your file folder, that's not something I'm going to be going over, but I will say you can get this whole list from the Rampage Discord. So I highly recommend going and joining that server if you want that. So I'm going to look for something like studio because I know I like the photo studio. Oh, and she's smoking a cigar. That's cool. Must have a mod in there that makes her smoke a cigar. So there's a few that I like on that one. Let's see which one we want to do. This is the fun part, finding a pose that's good. Okay, I think I found one that I liked finally. Okay, so I like this one a lot. And then I'm gonna move the horse as well. So I'm gonna go back into the spawner and go to pets and pet database. Go to positioning. I'm gonna freeze the horse first, I think. How do I freeze it? Okay, freeze entity. Now I can move the horsey towards me a little bit more. Now we wait. Y'all, I think I like this photo right here. Oh, the rain's clipping. I think I can fix that in post. Or if I do it more like this, you can't tell. Maybe something like this. I need to fix my settings. My sensitivity settings. I like this. This turned out pretty cute. So let's see what Reshade does. That looks pretty good. So I don't really need cinematic DOF for this one because it's pretty close. Let's see if I turn on RTGI. Let's see how that looks. I think it looks fine without it. Or I could use it. I'm gonna use it just for the hell of it. I'm gonna activate my... See that? Look how beautiful that looks when it's activated. It just blurs all those hairs back there. Blurs all the hairs up here. It's tasty. Now my screenshot. Yes. And that's basically my process. Not much more to it than that. I really hope you found this video informative. I'm trying to get better at these YouTube videos, but I know these are kind of long, but I wanted to show you a few examples. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day, and be kind to one another, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.